podcast for all University of Kentucky sports, the Loyal BBN Fan Show, and it starts right now.
Gentlemen, we are back. Guys, we are back in the house again. What's going on, BC and Jimmy? Man, it's good to see you guys, man.
Hey, great to be back on here.
Bro, it feels like that week goes by kind of slow. I feel like I look, I'm a sensitive brother, so y'all gotta excuse me, okay? So if I get a little emotional, that's just Big Mike for you right there. Guys, how's everything with y'all, man?
Everything good, man. Everything good. Future's bright.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it
is.
I was in the dentist for about 3 hours today, so I didn't think I was going to be able to talk by now because I couldn't feel my face.
Did you? It's when I go to the dentist and I get shots, they want to numb it. I don't be feeling my tongue.
No, you don't feel nothing, man. I went and took a drink of water, and it just spilled it all. Thought it was close to my lips, and it wasn't. I couldn't feel it. It just went everywhere.
Yeah,
had to do that. Hey, Lady Bass, thank you, Lady Bass, thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate it. Go Big Blue.
Lady bass player. She plays bass guitar.
Could be. Hey,
I wish I know how to play instrument. That would be fun. That's pretty. Hey, Big Mike, my brother. Ronnie Owens Sr., thank you so much for joining in as well. Hey, guys, before I get started with the show, man, I just want to say thanks to James Clarkston, Kentucky Rick, and John William Kidd. All three of those guys have brought merch from me recently. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for going and supporting the show. It means a lot to me. It always pops up with an email when someone orders something, and I have to go back and refresh to make sure that I'm seeing it right. I got to go see and make sure that it's right. So, yes, he plays yes, awesome. They do. So, well, hey, maybe we can have you on the show, and maybe you can play something for us. So why not? Yeah. I'm not music inclined.
Maybe you can play something for me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I get something going.
Yeah, I'm not musically inclined, so I don't. I can't hold a tune. That's for sure. What is the Kentucky Derby? What is that? The 100? What is that? The 100 and the 151st? And I've never seen any of them. So really? I guess
I've seen one.
You talking about you never seen it on TV or live?
Well, I've never been to one in person. I've never been to a horse race in person before. I was actually going to go to the Kentucky Derby this year, but I didn't want to necessarily go to Louisville per se, and I'm not a big dresser up guy, so I didn't want to buy a real nice fancy suit just for one day. So I stayed home. So nobody, welcome to the show as well. He says, what band? I did play with a group. I'm looking for a new group. Well, this is a group right here. I mean,
here it is.
Oh, I guess I might want to put my microphone in front of my mouth too. I guess that would help too.
Get my drum machine back here.
Yeah, get some. I think together, I think we can make some. I think we can make some fantastic music, people. It is well too. Well, guys, not really much going on in sports right now except the NBA. I got the Knicks to win it, bro. I think the Knicks are going to go all the way. I'm going with Karl-Anthony Towns, and I think the Knicks are going to win it all, man. I think they got everything going for them. BBN NBA is going to take over. So since my Lakers got swept, basically, that's all I got for you.
They had a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, that was
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
No, I wasn't
that at all. Yeah. So they got Minnesota those guys just play ball, man, a lot better than they play a lot better than the Lakers did. That's for sure.
Yeah, the Lakers can't stop a nosebleed.
No,
they couldn't. And I think that was the worst part of it as well too. It's amazing about bringing it back to Kentucky just for a second. People love Kentucky, man. Jimmy, did we get a recruit or a transfer today or what?
We got a transfer today from Miami of Ohio. Reese Potter, originally from Kentucky, played at Lexington Catholic. He's going to have 2 more years to play. I'm not sure that he's going to be a red shirt. I'm not sure that he's actually going to play this year. It's probably just going to be a role player. If he does play minutes, it's going to be like maybe 5, 7, minutes a game or something like that. But this is a player is going to be in practice every day, and you cannot find 7'1". He's only 215 pounds. I saw some place that listed him at 225. He's about 215, and he's going to need to get weight on him. He played 56 games at Miami of Ohio. He started 11 games. Cody Fugler, our assistant coach, was on him to try to get him at Kentucky, and he did. He was sought out by North Carolina was wanting him, Washington, UConn, Louisville, Dayton, New Mexico State, California, Wisconsin, all was looking at him, for just being the type of player that Kentucky's bringing him into. But I think, he's not looking for NIL money. He's probably going to get some, but it's nothing going to be big. It's just going to be a good role player. We lost Travis Perry, and we're gaining another Kentucky player. So, we're going to have 4 Kentucky players on this team. He's just going to be a great player in practice. And if he does get some minutes, he's already had 2 years in college basketball.
Man, that's he got more time than Travis Perry got in.
Yeah.
And, he started 11 games. So, it says right here, it says that Washington offered him a bag. So I wonder, coming back to Kentucky, do we have too many people? Look, I'm not just asking that just to say it, just for conversation. Like I legitimately, BC, do we have too many people?
Man, that's a good question, Mike. It's a really good question. Right now, it's too early to be able to tell. It comes down to if everybody can play and play at a high level, yeah, you got too many people.
Okay.
So that's what it comes down to. But man,
even when we start, nobody said. Even when we start running 5-on-5,
right?
Like 3, because what is he? He's number 12, right? He's a 12. He's a 13.
13. He's 13. Yeah.
You get 3 people's got to set out on the sideline and wait their turn.
Yeah.
You got some.
I guess you could say it's a good problem to have, and that's
exactly.
Like I said last week to separate everybody. It comes down to who's going to play defense.
Yeah.
Is Coach Pope hiring? Not hiring, but is he recruiting?
Yeah, he's hired.
Yeah, he's hired. That's true.
He's hired.
He sure is. Hey, BC, that's a great point right there. You're absolutely right. I think that's the name of the game. What kids can we go out to hire to play at Kentucky? Is he doing that just because we had so many injuries last year and he don't want to get caught with his pants down? In a sense, now we didn't do bad when we had with the injuries that we had. We was able to get to 316 and everything. But is he doing this as a security for injuries, Jimmy?
Yeah, I believe so. Right now he's got 13 players on scholarship. Okay, last year at this time he had like 11 or 12 that actually could go out and give you some minutes. Okay, we had 3 walk-ons. Unless we was up by 40, those players is not going to give you anything.
Okay.
Now, he's got 13 legitimate players. What if something happened that Garrison went out. Something happened that, maybe that JQ isn't able to play immediately. Okay, this Potter, coming in, you just can't throw in 7'1" players for Garrison to play against, anybody. It's going to make experience on the roster as playing in practice. Plus, he can actually be thrown in the game because he's got 2 years experience under him. Now, I know he only averaged 6.3 games at Miami of Ohio, but I mean, the games that he did play, he shot 45% from the field goal. He shot 39% from the 3-point line. He has a quick shot. Just being the 13th man is just going to be making this team way more deeper than probably 95% of the teams in the nation right now. And that's what Pope wants, is to have a deep team to we don't have to what we did last year, going down to maybe having freshmen play a game where like Travis Perry had to, Noah had to, now Noah, he has way more experience. Yes. But we won't be in that situation next year.
He's taking out some security bonds. That's what it looks like. He's taking out some security. This guy will help us prefer teams that have legit 7-foot bigs like Florida.
Yeah, that's gonna help. That's going to help Garrison. That's going to help Moreno. That's going to help JQ. You just don't get to practice against 7'1" people every day.
Well, yeah, that helps the guard play too. You get into the paint and you gotta adjust your shot because the big 7-footer in there. That makes a difference.
Yeah,
playing against a 7-footer, even a guy that's 6'10", it's a big difference. Okay. you have to establish a floater, but that's like Jimmy was saying. That's good in practice where those guys are going against each other.
I think that's what you used to talk about with BC. I think that's what you used to talk about with Brea. If he can establish that inside game to go with his outside game, I think that would be, because that's what Reeves did in his second year at Kentucky. He was only a shooter in year one. And once he came back and worked on his little teardrop and all that kind of stuff, man, that made him such a dynamic player. And he's rightfully in the NBA, getting his minutes, and he's earning everything he's getting right now. So that's big. Like I said, practice was harder than games. Hey, nobody, thank you for that comment. It's good to see you. This is the only thing. Every time I think about our team for next year, I can't help but to think about this scenario is when practices is going to be so hard. No one really knows right now if Ortega's coming back. He didn't get he got an invite to the combine, which the way I look at it, when I looked on the list, it looked like everybody that was on the invite, and BC, you can help me with this. Guys who get invited to the combine, does that mean that they're going to get drafted, or they need to get looked at again? Because there's a lot of guys like Flag and like the point guard from Florida, like those guys wasn't on the list. Those guys are guaranteed picks. Mm-hmm. So does that mean that guys that go to the combine, we just need to see you play a little bit more?
It's NBA team saying, hey, he got some potential. I want to see him up close. That's basically what that is.
So he's
and it's a good thing, NBA team want to, see what you got, see you up close.
Oh, that's a very good thing. So I think it comes down to, since no one really knows what's going on with Ortega, everyone's kind of suspecting that he's going to come back. But at the end of the day, crazier things have happened where he can just say, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and keep my name in the draft. Because if he goes down and has a good combine, anything can happen. But I think he can make some good money here at Kentucky in year two here with us, probably more so that he can make in the NBA. But, when you get to the NBA, you got all these extra endorsements on top of your regular pay. So, at the end of the day, I don't think we know. Somebody said Ortega's projected. BC, go ahead.
I think it's like 50-50 with him.
Okay.
I think it just depends on what's been told. That going to getting that look, that's like an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty much 50-50 with him. I
Yeah.
think he'll come back to Kentucky, but who knows?
I'm with BC. I think he will be back at Kentucky. I think he just needs the feedback. Even Jalen Lowe is doing the same thing. I don't think he got to go through the combine or anything, but I mean, even Pope in his, when he was talking with Rothstein the other day on CBS Sports, he said that his majority of his heart is still here in Kentucky, and that he wants to come back and do what they didn't get done last year. But I think more of it is just him getting feedback on what he needs to do when he does come back to Kentucky next year.
Yeah.
And with him, the only thing I see is just develop a jump shot and work on the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the guys we got coming in and everything that we got around him, I mean, is it going to be a lot of pressure on him to shoot a lot of threes though? I mean, we got talent coming in. I mean, we know his strength is getting to the rim, which is not bad at all. But I mean, is he going to be a guy that we're going to rely on? I mean, he hit some threes last year, of course. That was pretty big. But is that going to be? You think it's going to be too much pressure on him to if that's the info if that's the information that Ortega gets from the scouts? Do you think he's going to come out and try too hard to improve on that, especially in games?
Well, if he got some good scouts, they'll tell him just let the game come to him.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, BC. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I don't think that Kentucky's going to have to rely on the threes next year anyhow. I think we're going to, his game is probably going to fit up perfectly because we're going to try to get to the rim and, get the shots at the rim. And then our defense is going to trigger our offense.
I just hope we're able to get, like, I love y'all know just as well as what I've been saying on here ever since I've been on the show. I love high percentage 3-pointers. I love where you get the ball down low and you start there and you establish a low post game, and then guys have to come and double and you can get high percentage shots.
Yeah.
I like guys penetrating, getting to the bucket, and then draw the defense and be able to kick out. Those are the best offenses. So I hope we're able to do more of that this year, especially on the low post.
Yeah, I'm with BC on that because I think we depended on getting passes out on the fast break and hitting wide open threes, and it really didn't initiate the offense all the way through where maybe we could have. But we didn't have kind of maybe the inside game at the time of some of those plays. But I believe now we're going to have the inside game that you can work it inside, outside, and get those wide open. Great looking shots that is high percentage shots, just like BC said.
I like this comment that Mike Dow left right here. I don't believe Oweh comes back. He won't be the dominant man here this year. We have a lot deeper. We have a lot deeper team this year. His scoring would go down this year if he comes back. I mean,
y'all comment on that. I know what my answer would be.
BC.
Man, I don't think it matters because he can go and, like I said, average 12 points a game because great scouts look at they don't only look at the player that they're scouting. They look at the team and the people that's surrounding them too. You could take a player that averaged 10 points a game and you put him on a team that's not as loaded, they can get 20, 25 points a game. Yeah. Scouts know that. But what what impresses scouts, if you take a guy like Owe or guys like Towns and Devin Booker, who have you have seen in the past, that they can fit into the system and play according to the system. They can go out and get the buckets, but they playing according to the system to win. That's what impresses scouts a lot. So I don't think it hurts him. What would be good, he come back and Kentucky and go deep in the tournament and he plays good basketball. Mm-hmm. That's what impresses the scouts.
Well, look at Anthony Davis and Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Yeah. And you look at Reed Sheppard last year.
And Reed Sheppard.
And Denningham. They came off the bench. Kentucky's one place you can average 6-7 points a game coming off the bench and be a lottery pick.
Exactly.
What other team in the nation can do that? Not many.
Not too many, man. So it's just him being consistent.
Yeah.
And last year he was the most consistent player we had.
Yeah, he was. I think he's coming back to beat Alabama.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
He wants Arkansas. He wants a lot of teams.
Efficiency is how Cal got so many dudes in the NBA playing 12 to 15 minutes. Efficient. Yeah, that's I think you're right, nobody. We're not talking about what Cal did or what he didn't do, but you think about Devin Booker coming off the bench, you think about Anthony Davis on the average 12 points a ball game.
And also Big Mike and Jimmy, those guys was different than guys we have on. Always a guy that could he go to the NBA? Yeah. Could he get a lot of playing time next year? Who knows? But he can also come back. Those guys that Cal had, if they didn't go to college, they would have been lottery picks.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't step foot on a college or play one college minute, they would have went first round, no doubt.
Well,
so that's the difference when we're talking about like Karl Anthony Towns and the Anthony Davises and the Devin Bookers and those guys. They would have been lottery picks.
What about like
but Reed Sheppard's a good example of it.
Reed Sheppard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. No one expected him to be a lottery pick. No one expected him to leave after 1 year.
Well, he was All-American, so
no, I don't think he was.
Wasn't he All-American?
No, he wasn't even.
He was from Canada.
He wasn't even coming in to start.
Yeah, well, he got better at he got better at the end of the year.
He got better.
Yeah.
Man, what's old boy's name? He went to the Heat. Not Bam, but
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
He wasn't expecting to be. He was expecting to be.
I thought he was a 3-year player.
But those guys balled.
Yeah.
They balled.
Tyler Hero balled out of control.
I don't want to throw
he balled out of control, man.
I don't want to throw old way to save his Tyler Hero now, but like I said, I always say, people always say, well, Kentucky's not going to be good. Well, Kentucky's not going to win this game. Well, Kentucky's only got a guy who averaged 7 points a ball game, and they only got this guy. And I'm like, hey, crazier things have happened. You never know. Just like Go Catch 1970 said earlier, it's the Kentucky effect. When guys come to Kentucky, they tend to play better than where they was before, because being at Kentucky, I don't care. It makes you play at a much higher level, because Kentucky's basketball is at that mountain where when you come to Kentucky, you're expected to elevate your ball game after game. And has everybody did that? No. But overall, I think that's what Kentucky basketball is all about, is being able to bring a guy in who was okay on his other team, but now at Kentucky, this dude's balling out.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you're around the caliber of players that you're around every single day at Kentucky is not the same. Even though the SEC was really good last year, still the caliber of players overall is not the same at Kentucky and Mississippi State. Mississippi State got good players, but they're not Kentucky. it just makes people play better. Heard Boogie withdraw from the NBA draft, but don't know if that's true. I'm not sure if he withdrew from the. I got a feeling if he withdraws, I got a feeling he's going to go back to Arkansas. I have that feeling that he's going to go, unless he's already said that he's not going to go back to Arkansas. I got a feeling he's going to end back up at Arkansas. As Boogie Cousins said that if there was NIL money when he was at Kentucky, that he would stay 4 years in college.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, Kyle Perry almost had to beg him to go to the draft because it was he was going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah.
He wanted to come back for his second year. And Cal said, I'm tearing your contract up.
Yeah, he sure did.
You need to go.
I'm trying to say somebody I seen Boogie said, I heard Boogie withdraw from the NBA draft, but don't know if that's true. Boogie said nobody wants to come to Kentucky. Now Cal's gone. That's cool. If Boogie said that, Jeff Goodman posted it. Boogie Flynn is staying in the draft. Boogie, okay. Oh, hey, Daryl Williams. Thank you. He's actually a Arkansas fan, if I'm correct. And Boogie Flynn is staying in the draft. Now, is he going to be? I don't know if he's going to be a lottery pick or not. He could be, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to be a lottery pick.
Not a lottery. I believe maybe first round.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be but he's a baller though. He's good though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take word for off from 5. Oh, that is right. I forgot about that. BC is that Jimmy. I'm not sure if you heard or not as well, but
that Florida offered Boogie Flynn.
Yeah, they offered him almost up to $7 million. I think he $7 million. I'm going back to Florida.
They want that point guard bad.
They need a point guard bad, yeah.
Especially after you coming off of Clayton Jr.
Yeah. Some big
that's
shoes
harder.
to fill.
Yeah.
Some big, and then they went and lost Aberdeen to him coming to Kentucky. I mean, he was the 6th guy of the year. He came off the bench, of course. I'm for sure he would have started next year unless they recruited over him already. I don't keep up with Florida like that, but I would have to imagine that his playing time was going to be significantly raised just for the fact is they got 3 seniors who play guard at Florida that was leaving. So I'm pretty sure that his playing time was going up. So a Cal guy, any team he's coaching, I'm a fan. What's up, Broski?
Well, with Boogie Flynn, where does he fit at Arkansas if he wanted to go back? They got Darius Acuff, the superstar 5-star freshman coming in. They got DJ Wagner coming back. They've got Billy Richmond is still coming back. I believe that the other he don't have a spot there. I'll guarantee Darius Acuff, he's not going to set the bench and let him come in.
Well, I'm ready to play Arkansas. I'm ready to do that.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Look, I don't know who they got or what they keep it or who's going. I was actually
they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
I've seen them. I've seen them rank in the top 10.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they're above us. Yeah.
I saw one. They was above us. One they was right below us. But they're going to be in the top 6 or 7 teams.
Guys, SEC play is going to be fun this year again too.
Yeah,
because we got a lot of IOUs out there that we owe. We got some. It's Tom Patino recruiting over RJ Lewis. Can't wait till June to get a team together. Acuff is Acuff is that good, huh?
Yeah, he is good. Yeah,
he's that good, huh? Man, I hope we get G. I agree with you. I hope. I do. Yeah,
St. John's is going to be good now.
Yeah,
their starting 5 going to be good, but their bench that's going to be suspect.
I've seen them ranked number 2.
So BC, I'm not sure if the St. John's game happened after we did our show last week, right? I think it happened. I think the announcement came out after. What's your thoughts on that St. John's game, BC, and you too, Jimmy, as well too? Actually, you talked about it on your show, Jimmy.
We talked about it on our show.
BC, what's your thoughts on this St. John's game with Kentucky? Now that it's a legit game now.
It's good for TV. Patino, It's kind of like Cal in Arkansas, but not as determined to win. With Cal, he left the previous year and they in the SEC, but it's good for TV. It'll be a good game to play Arkansas. They're gonna be ranked in the top 5, so it's to see where we at.
Okay.
But Arkansas is gonna be good. They're gonna have a good starting 5, but they're, like I said, their bench is suspect.
Okay.
We're gonna be deeper than they are. But yeah, I think it's good. I think playing St. John's and it's good when St. John's is one of those college teams that when they're relevant, it's good for college basketball, and they haven't been relevant in a while.
Well, Rick Pitino is changing that around. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that a lot of blue is going to be in that stadium, in that arena in Nashville. I mean, not Nashville, but Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of blue there.
It's going to be Catlanta that night. Yeah. So that's a December. I think December 20th. We play that game.
So it'd be some Final Four kind of atmosphere.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys know that we added Purdue to in the place of, because we was actually supposed to play, if I'm correct, Jimmy, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We were supposed to play St. John's, but now that they're in the Classic, now we're gonna play Purdue now.
Is there a preseason game?
Yeah, well, that's an
I don't
exhibition
like
game.
I don't like it.
Why not?
I want to play Purdue a real game. Play somebody overseas in the exhibition game.
Okay.
I want to play Purdue. Purdue will probably be ranked number 1 coming into the season. I want to play them a real game.
Well, okay. It ain't going to be a real game. And it ain't going to be on
that's why I want to see. You think about it. Kentucky and Purdue, who does that?
That's
Kentucky playing an exhibition game against Purdue. Who does that?
I don't know.
That's like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage in an exhibition match.
Exhibition match. Yeah.
That's just for the fun of it.
Yeah. No, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like that.
I mean, the thing is that they're doing it, and I think all the like the proceeds goes to like charities.
You still do charities.
Yeah.
I want them to tip it off for real, Jimmy Jam.
Well, I know. I'd love to see in a preseason game because I know this does not matter. Whether we win by 20 or lose by 20, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to see it in the regular season. Yeah.
Do a preseason game with Kentucky State or somebody.
Well, Northern Kentucky or Eastern,
something like that.
Eastern,
not Purdue.
Look,
I didn't understand that with Arkansas and Kansas played in the exhibition.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey man, we just trying to get some early basketball in here. What
do
we gotta do, bro?
Make it for real.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, BC, about playing Purdue like this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that the game don't matter. We can say that. Now, the only person that we won't have in this ball game is JQ. He won't be in this ball game because I wouldn't say he's, besides this game it doesn't even mean anything when it comes on paper. It's just a fun game.
See, here's what bothers me is the players might go out and they might say, hey, we're gonna make an example or we're gonna do this, but it still don't mean nothing. I want, if we beat Purdue, the number 1 team, I want it to matter.
I want it to look back and get that. We want that card win.
I want it. Yes. Why? I just don't like it. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, Big Blue. I just don't like no exhibition game against Purdue. Anybody else, I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
but not Purdue or big time teams. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I just don't like it.
This is exciting, though, BC.
It's not exciting to me. It's exciting when you're gonna lose some skin.
So I mean,
you're gonna lose a little skin in the game. You either gonna lose or you're gonna drop, or you're gonna win. You're gonna go up.
That's funny, bro.
as a player, Jimmy Jam, you wouldn't like that.
I know. I love that, but I mean, it does give a feeling for Mark Pope's team of okay. I don't think that every player on either side of the teams is going to play as much as they was going to be playing in the regular season. They're probably going to, fill out the other players.
That's why I really don't like it.
And that's probably one reason that these games really should not matter, and it doesn't. But, maybe it gives Pope a little bit of feeling of what his players. I don't know that JQ is going to play. No. You don't know what's going to happen with any of the players on Purdue's team. But yeah, I like it that they're playing it, but I'm with BC. I don't like it because I want it to matter on the schedule.
You know what, BC and
What's
Jimmy? I'm gonna tell you, I should mute y'all. Because I don't like y'all right now.
Hey, Big Mike.
What's up?
Big Mike, think about that, man. You playing football and you getting ready and you getting ready to go up against say USC or Alabama.
Yeah. And
you playing for Kentucky. And they like, well, it's just gonna be an exhibition game. We ain't playing for real.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's not show it on TV. Yeah. Let's just go and let's go play in the girls' gym.
Well, Purdue and Kentucky's gonna be on TV.
Oh, yeah.
It should. Yeah. If it don't mean nothing, I'm sorry. I just don't like it, man.
Are you telling me that you're not gonna watch the game? Are you not?
I'm gonna watch the game, but it don't mean nothing.
You know what? I would rather give up the dunk contest that Kentucky has at Blick Blue Madness and keep this game than watch the dunk contest. I'm more nervous about people getting hurt in that than I am, being, in these games. But this Purdue game, man, call me crazy. This is going to be exciting, dude.
Let me ask you a question. Would it be even more exciting if it meant something?
Oh, of course it would be.
That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, though.
That's all I'm saying. It's not going to be exciting for me because it don't mean nothing.
Well, I get that. I mean, think about it. You all look, BC. You always say this right here, right? I say, BC, what's the team gonna look like? Well, ask me around the time when it gets to Christmas, when we wrapping Christmas presents, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? I mean, this is a chance. This is your first opportunity to be able to see what we really made of. Look, when the TV goes on with Kentucky playing basketball with this new team out here, bro.
Hey, man,
this is a beautiful thing in life.
If we made us some good stuff, and we beat the number one team, and it means something,
of course,
that's where I'm at. But if we beat the number one team, it don't mean nothing. It don't go record. Yeah. They don't have a loss. I don't like it.
Hey, let's just say that never happened, huh?
I don't like it.
I did like what nobody just said. We do right now without even playing Purdue in an exhibition game. We've got the hardest non-conference schedule there is, and as far as I know, Mark Pope said there might be one addition at Rupp Arena this year that could be a surprise. And he said that in his interviews the other day, and that has not came out yet. But, our non-conference is crazy, along with what we're going to be playing in the SEC. Just playing Purdue in an exhibition game, it doesn't matter. I know a lot of Kentucky fans has been on here saying, yes, it does matter. We want to win every game we play. It doesn't even care if we're playing, Colgate and, underneath a 3-story building and no lights or anything on. They want to win those games.
Absolutely.
But, I want games that matters. Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy, mute yourself, okay, Jimmy? Mute yourself.
What hey, Jimmy and Mike, what do you think if Mark Pope was sitting right here right now, do you think he really agreed to playing Purdue in an exhibition? I don't care if you put that game on aircraft carrier. if it ain't no man, come on, man. I just man. Hey, that's just me.
But I think
That's
that
just
game.
me. I don't like it.
That game on an aircraft carrier. I think that's actually a regular game. I think that actually matters, doesn't it?
If you gonna put a game on an aircraft carrier, it better matter.
Yeah.
Too bad I could do that.
You put Kentucky and Purdue. I would never even thought that would be an exhibition game.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, we was
exhibition. We're talking about winning the game. For real.
We was gonna play St. John's before the schedule came out that St. John's replaced UCLA. We was going to play St. John's at Rupp Arena for an exhibition game.
So are you saying get rid of that game
too? So they got
what
rid
I'm
of that
saying,
game and then added Purdue.
What I'm saying is, anytime Kentucky is playing an elite college program, it should not be no exhibition game.
Well,
shouldn't be.
It
should not be an exhibition game.
I know what it is, BC.
When you playing Kentucky.
Yeah, we're talking about practice. Hey, BC, you've been to the dentist too long today. That's what's wrong with you.
Could be. But when you play,
jaw's still hurting a little bit.
When you got Kentucky and Purdue's possibly going to be the number one team, exhibition game. Yeah,
come on, look.
Come on now.
It's just I think the game will not count. I get that.
That's the issue.
But if you don't think college basketball is fun because of games like this, then I don't know what to say. I mean, it doesn't matter. I get that. But as Otis says, if we beat them, then that means that they just didn't belong to be number one in the first place.
They might be like, well, shoot, we weren't playing. We just going out, just going through the motions. Just try to find out what's going on. You don't want to go to if you go to a scary movie.
Yeah,
you don't want to go to a scary movie and they telling you everything that happened in the movie.
I got you.
When the person goes around this corner, it don't mean nothing. But when you watching Kentucky and Purdue, and it means something, and it's a win or loss on each on one of these teams' records, that's when it's like, man, that's what's up. But an exhibition game, come on, man.
Well, okay. What if this happens and Kentucky ends up winning the game?
It don't mean nothing.
But I know it don't mean anything. But then everybody, the sports writers that's like doing the AP poll, the ESPN poll, they're like have not made the official number one, who's ranked number 1, 2, 3, all the way through 25, and they see Kentucky beat them, and they know that they actually played a real game, and all the players play. Kentucky wins that game, and then it tells everybody, well, Kentucky was better than Purdue. They might keep Purdue at number 1, but they might move Kentucky up 2 or 3 more spots, saying, hey, they knocked off the number 1 team.
That's the same as
but it doesn't go on no record.
No,
that's just like Otis right there. That's just like Otis saying, BC, are you afraid of competition? Why are you going to be afraid of competition when you don't win or lose in the game?
Yeah, but it proves to the people that watch the game Kentucky is just as good or better than Purdue.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, I can understand it. Purdue could go and blow Kentucky out by 20 points.
Yeah. We can
don't mean nothing.
Spots. Yeah.
That's a negative,
it don't mean a thing.
That's a negative for UK. But okay, so check this out. In a court of law, if the jury hears something, and if the jury hears something that's pretty bad, and then the judge says the jury would strike that. They would pretend like they didn't hear it. If you don't think that even though the judge says that you can't use this when you go back to deliberate, if you don't think that they're not going to remember that piece of information, now it doesn't mean anything if whether who wins or loses that ball game with Purdue and Kentucky, but you better believe that regardless. And this right here can go against this right here can go in UK's favor, and it can go against UK. But the winner of that ball game, writers, as Jimmy said, whoa, Kentucky's probably better than they're probably better than we thought they was. Or Purdue is, yes, Purdue played like they belong as a number 1 seed. It ain't gonna change their rankings, but believe me, they're gonna remember that when they play in such high competition.
Okay, so why not have it as a win or loss?
See,
now check this out, Big Mike and Jimmy. Mike and Jimmy, if you went on a jury and they got a guy sitting up there for murder, right? And they tell y'all, well, you know what? It don't matter if he's guilty or if he's not. Y'all just gonna be here. He's not guilty, and he's not innocent. What's that look like?
What we doing here?
You look at and you done, and they saying he's on trial for murder, but they telling you, well, you know what? He's not either innocent or he's not guilty. What good is that? What good is that? You gonna say I need to go home then if it don't mean nothing?
BC, I'm keeping receipts, okay?
Yeah.
I'm keeping receipts.
If it don't mean nothing, why we got this dude on trial? Why am I here if it don't mean nothing?
That's for sure, man. Yep. So, I mean, look.
That's just me. That's just me, man. Everybody's different. Everybody, it's look like it's 50-50 down there. But I just want these two guys to play for the marbles, not for playing around.
I got you. Well, believe me. I mean, I wish it was for real too.
Yeah, it can affect morality. Yeah. But I mean, I want it to mean something on the record.
Absolutely, I do too. But I mean, at the end of the day, as a Kentucky fan, you're just happy to see guys on the floor. You're happy to see Kentucky out there on the floor, and
I would rather them play Purdue in an exhibition game than play Washington International.
I'd rather for them play Washington International.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What if Purdue come out and they don't? What if they don't play about 2 or 3 players?
Well, I mean,
like Purdue, Kansas did last year.
Kentucky could do the same thing.
Could do the same. What's the point?
I mean, but
what's the point? Wasting a great game.
It's not
on an exhibition.
But the fans. This is for the fans. It's not for.
It ain't for the fans. If it was for the fans, it'd be a 1-0 or a loss on the column, or a win on the column.
There'll be 23,500 people in there watching that game, and it'll be all Kentucky fans.
And
it's gonna make money for charity and flood victims and everything here in Kentucky. So this is a good thing, whether win or lose, and it doesn't matter as a loss or a win. It's still going to be good for the state of Kentucky and for basically probably for Purdue also.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game, bro. And
if everybody's going to play.
If everybody's going to play.
I'm sure.
Now Purdue come in there and they set about 2 or 3 of their starters.
Well,
I mean, they could. I don't know what Matt Painter. I mean, him and Pope are a pretty good. They're in good standings as of being friends. I'm sure both teams is not going to play every player 25, 35, 40 minutes. I'm sure they're going to try to get a good game with their starters, maybe not start the whole game. I mean, it's going to be just an exhibition game. You don't want nobody to get hurt in these games. It's just here to, for the fans at the beginning of early November, just to have fun and watch a ball game, a game that you really actually want to watch. And then, the fans is going to show up. There's going to be 23,500 people in there flocking just to watch a basketball game, because at that time, football is probably going to be, they ain't even going to worry about watching football. They're going to be starved to just watch a basketball game.
And I think that's the whole point, even though it doesn't mean anything. I think that's the whole point of the ball game is giving your Kentucky fans something to watch at that particular time of the year. So, isn't a fact. An exposition isn't a fact and worthless. So it's a charity. We make
Everybody
some money.
plays exhibition games.
Yeah, everybody plays them. Even the NBA plays them.
Yeah.
So it don't mean
So
nothing.
I don't know why it's not a fact and it's worthless. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody does it.
I can't imagine a UK fan not watching that ball game though. if you ain't at work,
Yeah, NBA teams play exhibitions, but they gonna play a real game in the regular season.
Well, I mean, hey, that's why we call it
Yeah.
March Madness.
They gonna play a real game in the regular season.
That's why it's called March Madness. You never know, and anything can happen.
I want to see it. Like I said, Purdue #1. They playing Kentucky. I wanted to see a real game.
That would be well.
I just don't want to see Kentucky playing top teams in an exhibition.
Let's make it count.
I haven't. Like I said, I'm old school. I never seen that before.
Say it's new to
I
you.
never seen.
Well,
yeah, it's new to me.
You ain't never seen the guy. Hey, you ain't never
It's
seen
new
the guy.
to me.
You ain't never seen the guy get a bag for $5 million. Neither have you.
Yeah, it's all new to me.
Yeah, it's
I
all
never-
new,
with
so
Kentucky playing big time teams. It ain't never been no exhibition.
Times are changing.
We might see it. Might be Kentucky and Louisville playing the exhibition next year.
No, I don't think. No. They on the schedule.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
never know.
Anything can happen, huh?
Anything can happen.
Would you like that game to be an exposition game and then Purdue be a regular
I don't
season
want
game?
none of them.
You don't want none of them, okay.
No exhibition games.
Yeah.
Unless you playing Bowl Green or of Ohio or something like that, or
Miami, Ohio, too.
or
Miami of Ohio, yeah,
or
Eastern
Kentucky State or
Northern
Kentucky Western or somebody like that.
Yeah.
I hope it's on. I hope it is on regular TV though.
Or somebody from overseas.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
somebody
it's going to be. Yeah.
That's exhibition. You raise all the money you want.
I got you.
If 23 is going to be, if 23,000 is going to be in there, regardless, you could let them play the Harlem Globetrotters or anybody. But playing Purdue, I just don't like that being the exhibition.
Ain't nothing we gonna say that's gonna convince you.
Nothing going to say to convince me.
Yeah, I guess in Coach Pope we trust. I hope he
and
knows.
I know Coach Pope probably don't like that being an exhibition either. He don't like that best being an exhibition. I know the players don't.
I mean, you still get the chance to play
You ain't asking what player, and they gonna say, yeah, we cool with exhibition. We playing it. No,
that ain't happening, huh?
No.
Charity involved. Play it, but don't need injuries. That's the part that I think that if it comes down to anything, I think it's the injuries, and you don't want nobody to get hurt. I think that's and you get hurt. Mike, you get hurt, and it don't.
You can get hurt in practice, man. You can get hurt anytime you playing basketball. You can get hurt.
But if you're playing a team like Purdue and you get hurt and it doesn't matter if you win or lose, then that's really bad. Because in practice, at least you out there trying to get better. In a game like Purdue, but I'm still sticking to it.
What do you mean? You can get hurt in an exhibition, Big Mike?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A game that don't mean nothing.
That's my point. If you get hurt in a game that doesn't mean anything, then that injury is even magnified, even bigger because you did it for nothing.
Well, yeah, they could get hurt against
but you can get hurt in any.
Yeah,
you can get hurt in any game.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then you might as well just shut down everything and then don't play nothing.
You can get hurt in any game.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do, okay, we're going to play Purdue. Okay, then we've got like Michigan State on the roster. Then we've got, St. John's. We got Louisville. We've got Gonzaga.
Yes.
We got all those on the schedule.
Yeah.
Well,
that's getting you right for tournament time.
And that's getting you right for tournament time. But this game lets these players know, okay, I know there probably won't be a real game. It's not going to be a real game. It's an exhibition game. No, but it gives these players a little bit of, okay, I did this against this good player at Purdue. I can do this against any player that we're getting ready to play because Purdue's supposed to be ranked number 1. Players, they can get that in their head saying, okay, we did play against a great team in an exhibition. Okay, now when we're getting ready for our first real game for our non-conference schedule, they'll be ready for that game.
And so Mike Dow makes a good point. Playing those small schools in an exposition doesn't get us ready for the regular season. Beating a nobody by 40 doesn't help at all. Like, it does nothing for us.
Now, you can beat somebody by 20. If it ain't going on the record, then it don't mean nothing.
I'm just
put it like this. Give it no exhibitions period.
Oh man!
Forget about all them exhibitions. Forget about it. No exhibitions period. Throw that stuff out the door.
Just straight into the schedule.
Just straight into the schedule. Let's do it.
I tell you what, I for one look forward to every game that Kentucky's going to play this year. I know that's going to be real fun. That's for sure. And hey, you might even get to see him platoon against that in that Purdue game. He might try to see, like, why not? It don't mean nothing. Let's just throw it out there. Let's just see what happens. It might happen. And then Purdue might be like, you know what? We're done playing tonight. We're going to put our reserves in. So we can say, well, you know, we didn't play our starters the whole time. Believe me, those Purdue guys, they, even though it's an exposition, they want to win it just as bad as Kentucky does. I mean, you're number 1 team.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, come on now. Who doesn't want to beat Kentucky?
Maybe.
At any game.
Maybe.
Michigan State, Louisville, Indiana. So BC needs to take a nap saying he wants Kentucky State over number 1 Purdue in an exhibition game.
Nobody. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want Purdue and Kentucky to play a real game, not an exhibition.
When it's on the line.
Not an exhibition game.
Yeah.
And then you can play Kentucky State in an exhibition game if you want to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play no Purdue in no exhibition game.
I want it to matter.
I want it to matter, man.
I want it to mean something, my friend.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
So I tell you what, to a lot of Kentucky fans, it's going to mean a whole lot. So, you know, I guess when we do our post-game show, then, guys, if we lose, you'll be like, well, it don't matter. Move on.
It don't matter. Hey.
But if we win, we're going to be excited to see how our guys play, though. It's just going to be that way. It's just going to happen. Yeah. Matter of fact, the post-game show, you doing it all by yourself, BC, okay?
Yeah. I'm going to be like, this is exhibition.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Win or lose, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but I'm with Mike Dowd and others that Purdue wants to beat Kentucky. Believe me, especially if they're number 1 in the country. It doesn't matter if it's a fake game or not. They want to win that game because it's bragging rights, it's confidence builders. It's saying the writers, you guys got it right. When y'all selected us as number 1, it can even say that, you guys got it wrong. For selecting Purdue as number 1 and you guys put us as the number 7, you guys got it wrong. Believe me, out of that one game, you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of articles about that game.
Just don't let their point guard come out and not play and their other guy come out and not play.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Oh, it does.
Even if one player on their team say, "Oh no, well, we good. We're not playing in this."
Not good. Big Blue 66 says, "Man, I'm really rooting for Kobe in the combine. I would love to see him get Kobe hot through the whole thing."
Yeah,
I got a feeling he's gonna get drafted, bro. Now where I don't know. Is it gonna be a first round? I don't know, but I see him getting. I think
he will.
I see him getting drafted. Of course, I mean, he can't come back to Kentucky.
He's the best shooter in the draft.
He's the best shooter in the draft. So,
yeah.
I mean, I seen someone wrote the other day that he has one of the prettiest shots they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish he would did it every ball game though. that would have helped.
Well, the thing is, he was handcuffed half the time. I mean, they was putting two
Yeah.
defender on him. I mean,
Well, they did their job then.
yeah.
It's if it's up to him to be
In the
able to,
NBA, they're not going to be able to do that. He's going to be, he's going to be able to lights out.
probably so. I wouldn't play JQ in that game unless he's 100%. I don't think he's gonna play. I don't look for him to play especially I wouldn't play him. I mean,
I wouldn't play him in any exhibition games.
Yeah, I would love to see him, but I wouldn't play him though. So do we have the potential to have the best front court in college basketball next year?
I believe we do right now.
I mean, with Garrison, Marino, the JQ, the new guy, Mo, and I think that's
Mo. Well, I call him Cool Mo Diabate, but I mean, with even you can maybe throw Yelovich in there every now and then, but with Reese Potter just being probably the 13th man, but with us having JQ, and then the backup is going to be Brandon Garrison, and then you throw in Moreno right behind him, and then this Potter boy right behind him, and then Yelovich, Mo Diabate, Cool Mo D, throw that. I mean, you've got a heck of a front court.
I think so too, man. This is we're not gonna have to worry about who's hurt, who's going out of the ball game or whatever. I think we're going to. I think we're gonna have enough guys that's going to be able to do. Right now. I'm having a hard time thinking that Garrison won't be in the starting five.
Right now, I believe maybe Garrison will be the starting five to begin with.
I do too.
Until JQ is ready to come in.
Man, that's tough. And JQ, he's got to play. He's got to play the five, right? He can't play the four, then, right?
He did play four at Arizona State. They said sometimes, but majorly he played the five. But I believe at Kentucky he could do both. I mean, but as a starting five, I would say it's going to be him or Garrison.
Absolutely. So I did I asked a poll on YouTube. Let me see if I can pull that up right fast because I think the results are in. I asked a poll a couple of days ago, and the question was, see if I can get to that right fast. The question was, who do you feel makes the biggest impact before we get into SEC play? I had Mo, Jalen Lowe, Aberdeen, and JQ. And right now, the person that is leading in it is Lowe. Most people think Lowe is going to be the biggest impact. BC, is that because he could be he's looking at probably being our starting point guard?
Yeah, he'll be able to make things happen. But I don't know. It's right now for me, everybody is on a level playing field.
Okay.
Except for I give Owe a notch over everybody else.
Okay.
But right now, everybody else is on a level playing field until we start playing.
Is it hard to look at Garrison, BC, and says he should be a fit in for the center, or as you said, he's on the even playing field right now with everybody as well too?
Yeah, I see if homeboy wasn't injured, Garrison be coming off the bench, and he still might come off the bench.
Yeah.
It's I think it's 3 players in the front court that's better than him.
Ooh. Well, I hope he come out this year and give us some 10 rebound games, because he didn't give us one last year at all. So I hope you look, Garrison, you just got the bag.
Because the
So
front court's deep, back court's deep, deep everywhere.
We're deep everywhere. I mean,
it's ocean deep right now. So
like I'll piggyback what BC said earlier. It's a good problem to have.
well, that's a real good problem to have, Jimmy.
I mean,
I agree with you. Yeah.
I don't want to be in that trouble we was last year where you had to play freshmen. I mean, Jasper's going to play, Moreno's going to play, but we don't need to actually depend on him. I believe Jasper can step up and be the greatest player, at Kentucky against Gonzaga, against Louisville, against Indiana, against Purdue in the exhibition game, BC. But that's how much I think Jasper Johnson can do that. But we don't have to depend on him.
Yeah, I forgot about him on the team too. I like the question that Peanut has because I think this is one of the things that we spoke about last year too as well. Sometimes Oweh gets the ball and he tries to do a little too much. So I guess since Oweh is going to be a focal point for opposing defenses, do y'all think he'll force it or find an open guy? It's for me, and then I'll let you guys respond to this too as well. For me, it comes down to BC. You said it earlier when it comes to a scout, just let the game come to you. If he lets the game come to him, then if he don't have anything, he's not going to force it. And then Peanut, he's going to look for the open guy. I hope that's the case, because that works to Kentucky's favor. If he's not trying to go out there and impress NBA scouts every single time he gets the ball in his hand.
I don't know. Jimmy, you can help me out, and also BBN and Mike. Last year, it was times I didn't look at it as him forcing it, because it was a lot of games where he was the only thing moving. He was the only one that could get to the hole. He was the only one that could get a shot. And a lot of times, if he didn't go to that, next level, we would have lost to a couple of teams.
Okay.
But sometimes when you are the guy that you have to trust that can get a bucket, and then teams, see that, you can make some turnovers. And I always say a guy that is going and forcing the action, you can make turnovers. And it's good forcing the action sometimes. Okay. But I don't know. I don't think that he forced a lot of stuff. I can look at it as he forced it, or I can look at it as he was just trying to make things happen.
That's a good way to look at it. Jimmy?
Yeah, I agree with BC. I don't think he ever tried to force anything, take it over and be the man. I believe there were some situations that, there was just that there wasn't nothing he could do. And, maybe had a turnover here or there. But I believe this year it'll be a better situation that he's not going to have to worry about doing it on himself. Even if he don't score as much as he did last year, which I still think he is. Okay. But he will be able to understand that he's got players that's right here, that's there, that's into the position that they have told him, I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in this situation. And he can trust them and read what's going on with their, what they see each other on the floor. He's going to be able to make reads and to make plays for other players. And if it doesn't, if it's just him getting an assist, that's going to make it way better for his draft status next year, because more assists you get is the better player you're going to be in the NBA. You can score points, but they want players that's going to help other players get involved in the game.
I hope he's ready for that then. That's for sure.
I got a question. What does Chandler and Noah fit in with this basketball team? Are they going to decrease in playing time, or what do you think? What do you think is going to happen there?
Okay, BC. I've seen people say this. Not many, but I've seen people say this, that Collins could actually be playing for a starting spot. Is that an outlandish thought?
To me, it is.
He's gonna be a good player next year, but he ain't the starting spot just yet.
I think he can be the backup to Jalen Lowe at point guard.
Really?
I believe he handled the ball real good this year, and I think that could be a position for him to be Colin Chandler.
You think he handled the ball good?
Well, when he did handle the ball, he didn't do it like everybody else on the team this year. But I believe that's something that they have that he needs to work on. But I believe he could be a backup point guard. Well,
that's why we're talking.
Aberdeen's going to be a backup point guard unless he starts. There is Jalen Lowe. Then you're going to have Aberdeen, Jasper Johnson. They could all play the point. But Colin Chandler, he's going to play the point, or he's going to play the off guard, shooting guard. So they're all going to have – every player on this team is going to have to be able to handle the basketball.
Colin Chandler, the backup point guard, Kentucky Wildcats. Let's hit it. Go Cats. For real. So, hey, I've been thinking about this thing all day long. And I want to ask you guys, Jimmy, I'm going to put both of y'all on the spot. And you guys can answer too as well. Now that's a good rebuttal for real. Pope wants to play with a lot of pace and be extremely physical on defense. All 12, 13 might be part of the rotation, so we can play all out for 40 minutes. I can see that too for more than anybody in the country. So my question to you, BC, and my question to you, Jimmy, is give me your unpopular opinion about Kentucky sports. And you guys can answer that too. Whatever people say, you guys can't get mad. It's just, I want you guys, BC and Jimmy, I need an unpopular, your unpopular opinion about Kentucky. It could be football, basketball, it don't matter. Just give me your unpopular opinion about whatever. And you guys can do that too as well. Y'all okay?
Yeah.
BC, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, so if you're watching, just go ahead and give me your unpopular opinion. And don't worry, no one's going to judge you. It's just your thought.
BC, you go ahead, or I'll
go
take
ahead,
it.
Jimmy.
I'm going to go. It's nothing about basketball.
Okay. Your unpopular opinion.
It's football with me.
Okay.
Because, you're paying a head coach $9 million, and he won't even let the offensive coordinator actually do his job. So that's what I'm, with the football situation right now.
Okay. VC, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You give me that look like what the freak he just asked me.
Unpopular opinion, man. My unpopular opinion is that a lot of people in the past always looked at Coach Rupp as being racist.
Okay.
And because the narrative was he didn't recruit any black players.
Okay.
But the reason, if you go back and look, the reason why he didn't recruit black players because he didn't want black players to go through what was going on in the South because Kentucky played a lot of games in the South with the Jim Crow.
Okay.
He didn't agree with his players have to go and be in other locations because they were black.
Okay.
So the narrative, and also a lot of black people, they're Louisville fans or whatever, they sometimes don't see how black people could root for Kentucky when they think that Rupp was a racist.
Okay.
But Rupp didn't want to recruit players simply because he didn't think that black players should have been separated from his team when they went to hotels and places like that.
Yeah.
So just to clear that narrative up, that for years, that's what was the narrative, that Rupp was a racist. And you have to go and look into it and see that that wasn't the case.
All right.
ABC was when he recruited and got Tom Payne, the first black player for Kentucky. Was he the first for? He wasn't first for the SEC, just for Kentucky. Was that right?
I'm not sure, Jimmy.
I believe that's right. I'm not sure. I don't think he was the first black athlete to play in the SEC.
Yeah.
But I think he was the first that Adolph Rupp had at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Tom Payne.
But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
Well, that's an unpopular decision, but hey, that's your good. I asked the question, so
I couldn't think of nothing else.
Hey, that's one of the greatest ones I've seen come off of anybody. Just BC, man, that was unbelievable.
Man, awesome. Hey, man, Big Mike knows. I say what's on my mind, and it has to be the truth or facts. But I just wanted to clear that up.
Well,
I did research. So
let's see for a second.
What's yours, Big Mike? He does that. What he had on paper, he's getting ready to erase it.
So I was looking. So I wanted to look it up. That
you sure went before me.
Yeah. Hey. Well, I just Perry Wallace was the first black guy. He played for Vandy in '66 to 1970.
For the SEC, yeah.
For the SEC, yeah. He played for Vandy. It was Perry Wallace.
But Tom Payne was the first for Kentucky.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for Vandy. So Vandy started it or whatever. So, which is in Tennessee and in Nashville. So, even if he was a racist, why does that matter now? I know
because I wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
I wanted to clear that up. If anybody watching, because that's what was the narrative with me growing up, and people ask, "Why are you a Kentucky fan when with Rupp was racist?" They that's the narrative. That was the narrative, and I wanted to clear that up.
I found that out when they was talking about wanting to change the name on the arena and everything.
On Rupp,
Then that's when a lot of that history started coming out as far as how that all went down. So I actually found that out too as well because I get the same, I've had Louisville fans and other fans be like, how can you root for Kentucky and Rupp and all this right here? But I said just go do your history and then you'll see. So wouldn't allow Robinson to stay in the same hotels as the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they and you know, they were saying that Rupp didn't want that. He didn't want to recruit players where they was in the why would you? But you know, everybody, especially in this day of time, no matter what you say, especially if you are white, it's got to be racist.
Yeah.
Everything's not right. We had that on second take.
Yeah.
Everything is not racist.
Yep.
No. Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Always the thing that comes up.
That's what the media wants you to believe. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the narrative. The narrative's always got to be in that favor and everything. What's my unpopular opinion?
What's yours?
If we would have left Cal here, we would have got number 9. That's my opinion. You be like, what? Say that again.
Like would have got number 9. Like when?
Would have got number 9
last season. Past season.
We would have got number 9 within the next 2 seasons. Cal would have got us there. Yeah.
I agree with that. It was a really good chance he could have.
He would have got us there. I think so. We all God's children. Yep, that's right, Mark Prater. I thought I just saw something.
Amen.
Amen. I thought I just saw something fly over my head. Was that an angel telling me to chill out, Mike? He was telling me he ain't getting no bite up under Cal. Chill out with that mess, dog. So, come on, Big Mike. Angel just I don't believe that. So look, we gave our unpopular opinion. So you guys can give yours too as well too. We should have paid TP. Is that your unpopular opinion? Could have been. I mean, a lot of people a lot of people really, really love Travis because he's a homegrown Kentucky kid. But they're not upset that he left. like I'm for real. They're not upset that he left. That's for sure. And when you got people who love that diehard Kentucky fans, and when they on their way out the door and they don't mind pushing them out. But now we go out and lose, as Jimmy said the first part of the show. We lose a Kentucky kid, and we go out and we pick up one that's 7-1. Not a bad trade-off. Would Perry ever come back to Kentucky, or is he gone for good?
Depends on how good he does at Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's true.
There's always a chance. I mean, he's a Kentucky, native. I mean, he'll be a sophomore this year at Ole Miss. His senior year, maybe he gets into that Travis Ford, type of a player, and he's just killing it in that. Maybe that's something that we would need at that time. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put any bets down on it, but it could always be a possibility. And I think they were saying, when did Rupp die? He died in 1977, I believe.
How do you know? You just know that stuff, Jimmy?
It's called Google.
Called Google.
Well,
I was going to Google it. Then I seen Jimmy on the phone, so I was like,
I did look it up. But
okay.
It was 77. That was the year before.
The year I was born.
And then
I was 3 years old.
In 78 is when I believe Joe B. Hall was already the head coach, but they won it in 1978, a year after Rupp passed away.
Oh wow! Okay, well, we're about ready for we're about ready for that too. Thanks. Let me throw this up on the screen so BC can get his what's the name. I think that's only right. Throw this up right here. Where's that at? Thank you, BC, for clearing that up. People was always on me about being a Kentucky fan. Believe me, believe me, you ain't the only one. Oh, absolutely. Believe me, I'm most definitely sure that it is. Let's see. AFIO says, Where's that at right here? He said, unpopular opinion, Jack Golke did us a favor, did Arkansas a favor, and BYU a favor. All 3 wins owe him back pay NIL. so,
Yeah.
so yeah. So he beat
Well,
he beat us.
beat
Yeah.
us.
And
So-
then Cal left and went to Arkansas and did, I guess, okay or whatever. BYU got a good coach out of this. They're gonna have a good team this year. And Kentucky got Coach Pope, and he just killed it in the transfer portal. So not bad. That's not bad. Unpopular opinion. As a matter of fact, people should agree with that. I don't think that's unpopular. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Be fundamentals. What's this, Angel? Angel says Kentucky basketball shooting team. Kentucky basketball is a shooting team. Arkansas would be fundamentals and defense. Okay. Defense. Okay. Coach Cal. Okay. Let's see. I ain't gonna argue. That's your unpopular decision.
Well,
Opinion. What's up, BC?
Well, I just hope Kentucky. I just hope our defense. If I think with man, I hope we at least top 15 defense.
Yeah. Top 20, top 15, and stay right in that area. And maybe get up into top 12, top 10, because look at Houston. I mean, they didn't win it all, but they was like number 1 defense, and they was in the top 10 of the offense. Florida was the same way. We've got to be in that mentality and be like a great offensive team, but defense wins games. And I mean that's what Florida did. I mean, they came back 9 down, played defense, and got back in the game. They had a great player in Walter Clayton Jr. But it was just they played defense to get back in the game and had stops.
I got a question.
Okay.
Do y'all? It's
Here
like that. It's just like they said that like defense wins championships. Guy, I never agree with that. It has to be a balance.
Well, it is a balance.
It has to be a balance. Man.
But you can't like us last year. We was great offensively. We couldn't stop a parking cone.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we wasn't good. But yeah, if you're great defensively, you're gonna probably be a good offensive team also along with that. But yeah.
I mean, good defense can create good offense.
Yeah, it can, but you could be. I rather have 5 Michael Jordans than 5 Dennis Rodmans.
Well,
you are, man.
You are balance. I know people say that all the time. Defense wins championships. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Jordan could play defense too.
That's why he's. I consider him the greatest.
Yeah,
because he could play both.
Yeah. So
I shoot a team with no defense. Yeah, that's true. Hey, and BC also don't forget, man. We still got the ACC SEC challenge, which it looks like it could be maybe Duke or North Carolina. That's gonna matter.
Don't make that an exhibition too.
No.
Come on, man.
We gonna keep that.
Make that an exhibition. Since we own exhibitions, go on make that one an exhibition. Raise a whole lot of money.
Who gave Mike those shot opportunities? I don't know. BC did. I think. I'm not
what?
Sure. Angel said, "Who gave Mike those shot opportunities?" Rebound matters. Our rebounding has to be better this year. We can't give up the offensive rebounding we did last. Oh man, it just got to be our rebound just has got to be a step above the nation. It has.
I believe that's where Aberdeen, Diabate, and Cam Williams, they're all going to be in there. They're going to hustle and get every. I mean, I watched some of the Aberdeen. He didn't miss any 50-50 ball. To him, it's like a 70-30 ball. He's going to get them every time. Diabate's the same way. This team's going to be a rebounding, pretty good rebounding team.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about rebounding this year.
Yeah,
the only thing I'm concerned about is the defense.
Defense, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, as long as we get the rebound, we can work on it because we gave up a lot of points the second and third chance last year. It was just like, why? Just get the ball, guys. If you get the ball, they don't hit a three. I like Peanuts' unpopular opinion. Reed Shepherd and Travis Perry, both left Kentucky prematurely, and both would be certified bench warmers.
Yeah, but one of them got about 15, 20 million in the bank account.
Yeah, Shepard's got a lot of money in the bank account.
Sure does. He ain't hurting for money.
No.
And his parents got money too, so he ain't got to try to give all his money to his parents. You know what I mean? He can enjoy it. So, time will tell.
That's 4 years. That's 50 million.
Yeah.
I sell on the bench 4 years, 50 million.
I sure will.
Yeah.
I will.
Now, I don't know about when I was young. I wouldn't want to play, but right now I sell on the bench for 4 years in Houston and make 50 million.
Oh, trust me, I'll be over there doing my nails. Go, guys!
Hey,
I'll be the best cheerleader in the world.
Here's some water. No, I'll pour it for you. Yeah. So, Reed is evidently a Razorback. I think he said that.
No. He's a Kentucky boy. He just I'm trying to tell y'all, those guys love Kyle Perry, man.
Yeah, I think so.
They love Kyle. Every player they love him.
Yeah.
But my question is though, can you still love Cal and not rock Arkansas though? I mean, what does wearing an Arkansas pair of shorts with a Kentucky shirt have to do with loving Calipari?
Just what I'm saying. Reed was showing you, hey, this Arkansas is for my boy Cal. This Kentucky is letting you know, hey, I'm rooted. But Calipari is still my dude. That's still my guy. You can ask Anthony Davis. You can ask John Wall, Cousins. Cal's my guy.
Of course, I mean,
they'll tell you that.
I don't have no beef with that. Of course, I mean, I love my pastor. He's a Tennessee fan, but he can go on with that though.
And Reed Shepherd, I think he was just showing, hey, I'm for Kentucky, but I'm Cal's my guy too.
Well, I tell you what, but hey. He said, I know Rob Dillingham ain't rocking no Arkansas gear, though. And he loves that. Yeah. Boogie Cousins, Willie Cauley-Stein, he ain't rocking no Arkansas merch.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
he said it.
He said
Oh, he said it?
Yeah. He said, you'll never catch me in Arkansas. I love Cal.
I wouldn't be rocking no. I wouldn't either.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I wouldn't be rocking no Arkansas, no Tennessee, no nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie Cauley. I
wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
Get Arkansas. I ain't putting no Arkansas stuff on.
Yeah, I wouldn't put nothing on too. And I think that's what the gripe that people have is like, we're not against you supporting Calipari because that's your coach, and you really have a lot of respect for him as a coach. But I think it has to be like that's a fine line, man. It is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, if you went to Kentucky and you went to Arkansas, and now Calipari is coaching, and you're still a big supporter of Calipari, and then you want to wear both, well, I mean, you've already played at both at both locations, so that's excusable. But when you're a diehard Kentucky fan, when your mom played at Kentucky, when your dad won a national championship at Kentucky, you played 1 year, you're a lottery pick because of Kentucky.
I agree. I exactly agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you why he wore the Arkansas shirt.
Yeah. I'm not. Hey, Peanut. Hey, I don't know if you saw Peanuts comment. I'm gonna leave it alone.
What's
SGA had
up?
on. He said something strange about the Calipari's and Shepherds. Nope. I ain't reading that. I'm good. I'm not gonna touch that.
Oh
No, sir. Hey,
yeah,
hey, that's your opinion, though, Peanut, and I respect that.
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna touch that. You good?
Well,
Like,
like y'all was talking about, with Willie Cauley-Stein, his wife graduated from Arkansas. He said, "I'm not wearing no Arkansas colors."
Nope, sure not. So he made that he made that
And hey, I think somebody said it on the very beginning. The TBT basketball class is coming up here in
Yes,
the
it
next. Today, I think they made an announcement the Harrison twins are going to be back again.
Really? So they're gonna play after all?
They're going to play. Willie Cauley-Stein's playing.
Is he? Wow.
Yeah. DeAndre Liggins and Deron Lamb.
Okay.
Those are the players right now so far. They haven't made an announcement, but yeah, Willie Cauley-Stein, Deron Lamb, DeAndre Wiggins, and the Harrison brothers. They're all back playing this year.
I thought they was trying to get Boogie too.
Well, I think they did say they was trying to get him, so yeah. I don't know.
I thought they were trying to get Boogie too.
I hope they do. If they get Boogie, it might be over.
Yeah, it might be really good right there.
I'd like to see him get Daniel Orton back because he played last year and he played, but also was what was his name's that could not play at Kentucky, but his brother played last year.
I can't think of it. I'm talking about right now.
Who's that?
His brother could not play. Cantor, Eanes Cantor's brother was on the. I wish he'd be back.
Man, if Cantor could play that year, we would have won the national championship.
Oh yeah. Eanes Cantor would have played.
We won the
national championship.
Brevin Knight was a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
We just didn't have a down low player in Eanes Cantor.
But what's the name? He played good.
It's Bledsoe.
They went to the Final Four that year. What was the Senator Harrison? He played good.
Harrelson,
Harrelson. He played good.
That's when we beat Ohio State.
He got drafted.
Yeah.
He played good as center.
That's when our boy hit that last minute shot. Yeah.
But if we had Enos, man, we would have won the national championship.
That's crazy, bro. One player. All you need was just that one piece right there.
That one piece. So, UConn would never got
and the reason the NCAA didn't let him play is the same reason they're letting everybody else play right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Only reason they didn't let him play because they didn't like Coach Calipari.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. The same issue that Z had, huh?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And that story will come out. I think a lot of people I know some of it, but I'm gonna wait until he is not playing basketball anymore in college for Z not being able to be eligible. There's a lot of stuff that goes in with that of why the NCAA wasn't letting him play.
I think we will win the chip if we had Big N.
Yeah, if we had Big N, yeah.
Man, we will win the chip.
That's one thing about Kentucky fans. They don't forget, do they?
Oh, no.
We won the chip, dog.
Yeah, we don't. They don't forget.
When he came out to the Big Blue Madness and came out to that Undertaker song and had that black hat on, and I was like, this boy is going to make history. And they didn't let him play.
That's what it was. They hating on Kentucky. That's all.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Lowe got invited to the G
League camp.
Yeah. Him, Butler, and Williams. I think. I'm not sure if anybody else did, but I know those guys did. Those three guys, they got invited. So, I look forward to seeing those guys next year as well too. Also, so hey guys, don't forget. Make sure that you can leave your unpopular opinion in the comment section. But hey guys, I thank you guys for jumping on with us. It's another good Monday night show, guys. That's all right.
Hey, I did see Chandler was working out, and guess what? His shorts he was wearing.
What? BYU?
No, the 1996 denim UK shorts.
Really?
Yep. I don't know.
He's a BYU.
Yeah.
No, don't be saying
Well,
no,
I only said BYU because of course he never played at BYU because he was overseas.
But yeah, he was going to BYU.
Yeah, he was going to BYU. So that's why I said, because we just got talking about the short situation. But maybe that's a hint at something then. Maybe it is.
I think maybe they ought to wear the denim uniforms when they play St. John's.
Yeah.
They don't need to wear them when they play Purdue because they don't mean nothing.
No, they don't mean nothing. We'll wear them we'll wear them. PC will wear them when it means something.
Yeah, for real. To answer Peanut's question, talking about Lowe going to the G League camp and Amari, and will Amari mean anything? And why isn't Ortega going? Ortega's not going to the G League camp because he's a potential NBA draft. He's not. He's either going to go to the draft and get picked, or he's coming back to college. And so, yeah, is that the best way to say it, guys? That is that Ortega's a more of a he has a bigger shot of getting drafted more than Butler, Lowe, and Williams, and those guys just go to the G League. I hope I explained that or broke it down a little bit, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they tell you that we will invite you to the G League, that's their way of saying is you ain't going to the NBA. So yeah, we don't need to see you at this level. We can look at you at this level, but we don't want to look at you with the elite players. So yeah, it was projected a late first round. Nah, Mark's not going first round.
No,
he's not going first round.
I don't think he's not even projected in the top 70.
He's not. And Ortega's still 77. So
77, and there's only 59. 59 players in the first two rounds.
Never know what might happen in these drafts. It's all about potential.
That is.
They looking at a guy that handled the ball and pretty good passer, and they might be like, hey, we can make something out of this.
Yep.
Never know.
We can work with that. If we can just tweak this on him or tweak this right here, and we can see him being being a help for us. Yep. So anything can definitely happen, and that's why I love the game of sports is that you never know what's going to happen. Even in a exposition game, you still might go out and blow somebody out and make it look good. You still might go out and blow somebody out, and then we'll go see that sketch, and we'll be happy. But guys,
they should put that on an aircraft carrier or something. should make something out of it.
But Yelovich, he's still playing. Their teams they're still actually playing games overseas. I think the last game he had 17 points. Like about 5-7 rebounds, everything. But as long as he is playing and winning, they could play up until the mid-June. But when their team loses, far as I know, he is headed to Kentucky, and he said this along with Pope's interview yesterday that he cannot wait to put the Kentucky uniform on.
Well, he actually, I'm not sure if I think it was yesterday or whatever, but he has officially signed with Kentucky. So.
He officially, that's when Mark could actually talk about him.
Yeah, so he officially signed. So that's good to go through as well. So, I appreciate everybody that jumped on the Loyal BBN Fan Show tonight. Me, BC, Jimmy, 21 behind the scenes. We all appreciate what you guys do for us. We cannot say it enough. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. I appreciate it as well. BC, Jimmy, thank you guys. It's always a pleasure being here with you guys. You guys make this fun, and I don't have to talk as much. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. And remember, next Monday night at 6 Eastern, we'll be right back here again talking UK. And we'll have fun with it. So our show is good because of you guys. So until next time, I'm Big Mike. That's Jimmy Jam. That's BC. Go catch. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much.